Hi, good evening. Thank you to those of you just joining. I know we're not by boats, but I didn't think it was right to do a live for an evening beside boats. So I thought we'd do the next best thing. Just go park up somewhere and watch the sun setting. So how is everybody? There's 11 of you in here so far. Thank you for joining. A few seconds ago, the sun was totally hidden by the cloud, and I thought, oh no, can't do that. Not with sunset in my title. How is everybody? Good evening, Bob. How are you? Are you well? We're having a look at Norfolk's big open skies instead of boats. I didn't think it was right to be doing a live of an evening beside boats that are all doing their own thing, all moored up. Oh, I cleaned my windscreen and I got some blobs of water on it. What's the plan? Well, hello, Stephen. I'm very well, thank you. I've got a car coming past. That's not good timing, is it? I just thought I can't really go and do a live beside boats that are moored up for the evening. That doesn't seem the right thing to do. And so I thought, I know, we'll go and sit and chat while we watch the sunset. So does anybody know where I actually am? That is quite a tricky one. What have you all got planned for the weekend? Anything nice? It is rather nice here, isn't it? Yes. That's where you think I am. Made me cough. Let's see, if I get out the car, you may be able to see a landmark that everybody knows. Let's have a look. With all the leaves on the trees, you can't really see. But in that direction is Potter Heigham. I thought I might be able to see the tower at Potter Heigham, but I can't. Tell you what I can show you though. Just push my door to in case anybody else comes past. There's something in the field here. I'm not going to trespass in the farmer's field, but again, everything's grown up. Can you see? You can't, can you? Can you see that? Oh, you've got to go to work, Stephen. Oh, poor you. Oh, sorry about that. Hope you have a good shift or whatever you're doing. Right, can you see that? Does anybody know what that is? The wind turbine is over there. Good evening. Thank you for joining. Wind turbine at West Somerton. Martham is in that direction. That's the road that goes to Acle. We've got Clipsby. Thurn would be over in that direction. And Reps, if I went straight. And Potter Heigham over there. Shh, Bob, shh. Don't give my secrets away. Yes, indeed it is. Robert Hales, the giant. It is a lovely landscape, isn't it? Can you hear the birds as well? Lovely sound. Yes, so Bob, you are correct, but you know me, I like to stay anonymous. It is catching a few people out, so it's been quite funny. If I go that way, I can't see a thing on the screen. I have done the Ship Pub. What, at West Somerton? Do you mean the Lion in West Somerton? Somerton Lion. I actually went there for lunch today, if that is where you mean. On the corner. On the bend. That's okay, it's not a problem. So many pubs, you can't remember all the names. Yeah, the Lion. Yeah, that's where I had lunch today. What are the chances of that? Oh, waving back to you, Shane. Thank you. Well, this is only my third. It is lovely weather, yes. It's only my third live I've done, so you are correct. I probably do need to give people notice that I'll be going live in half an hour or something. But I'm still just doing these things on the spur of the moment. Usually, I upload a video for a Friday. That's one of my days. Well, I have got the video, but I've had an ongoing issue uploading music. 4 minutes of music took 2.5 hours. I think there's a car coming. Wait a minute, let's not get run over. They're probably looking at me and thinking, whatever is she doing? Yes, so the music. I was going to do 4 minutes of music and then a little bit from the original footage. Go and get your cup of tea. I'll be here for a little while. Ancient man, you're working Saturday and Sunday, are you? That's not good, is it? Stephen earlier, he had to go to work. Dennis, you said, where am I? I'm on the road that goes down to Reps. Thurn is over there. Clipsby is in that direction. Reps, if I go along that road, Potterheim is over there, and the wind turbine, you can just make it out, is at West Somerton, and Martham is over there, trying to hide my shadow on the road. After almost dropping my phone on my very first live in the water at Martham, I thought I can't do that again. So over that night, I upgraded and I'm now using a little tripod for my phone, which I had already anyway, and it was in my boot, my car. Looks rather grey over there, doesn't it? I've just remembered, when I said to you earlier, did you know what that is in there, that concrete piece? I never told you what it actually was, that in there. It's a rock post, Royal Observatory or Observer's Corps from the wartime. And I class this as Reps here, but officially they say that that post there is in Martham. Well, I class Martham as being a long way from, well, not a long way, but a good over a mile. Yes, are the seals still about at the minute? I'm not sure. You can't get near to the seals though, because obviously you can't disturb them. You can zoom in with the camera. Oh, have you? Along the riverbank in Reps? But yes, I thought I might do the seals from Waxham. You're welcome. I'll get round to all these different places doing live streams, you know, eventually in time. It took me so long to actually do my first one, and now I just want to do one every day. Look at that sky. Do you all get blinded when I show you the sunset? Tell me, if that's too bright, let me know. And we can go just to the side a bit. Has everybody had a good day today? What have you all been up to? We've established I went out for lunch. First of all, I went to Potterheim and filmed there. Bring back the boats. Well, yes, but because it's an evening, everybody be settling into their boats for the evening. I didn't think it was right to intrude from, say, Ludham car park of an evening. And I was at Martham the other night, so I didn't think I could go back there again. So that's why I thought we'd come here up to High Point and just watch the sun setting. In the daytime, I'll be beside the boats because I think that's more acceptable in the daytime. Oh, reps at Chroma Way. Okay. Yes. Hello, Coltishall. It is a beautiful evening, isn't it? I will get to Coltishall eventually and do a live from there. I'm not sure when, but I will. I'll go around to all the different places. Somebody's definitely got rain over there. It's Acle direction, so maybe it's raining, I don't know, Reedham or across the water from Reedham Way. Anthony, I used to live in Sawtry. Thank you, Shane. That's very kind. I just like being outside, I do. I'm rarely at home. I don't know Folksworth. It's a long time. It's many years ago since I was there. How far away is that from Sawtry? I went to Sawtry Village College. And prior to Sawtry, Brampton Middle School or Brampton Primary School. Hello, Willisy. Thanks for joining me. Thank you, Stephen. I'm trying to think of the name of the road I lived on in Sawtry. I know it was number 54. Just can't think of the name of the road. So not far. Oh, next junction up, is it? Oh my goodness. Reps, you're absolutely right. Reps Staithe would be down this road in a straight line. Thurn is over there. And straight ahead behind those trees and a little bit further is Clipsby. I can hear a siren. Sky's easier to look at now, isn't it? I'm trying to work out. Absolutely. Big Norfolk skies. Oh, look. Is that... let's just cross this road. Is he on the main road or the next road? That was a police car. Not that anybody's excited about seeing a police car. There it is. It's going along the A149. If it was the Broads rescue boat going out, everybody would be interested then, wouldn't they? Not the fact that somebody's in distress and needs them, I don't mean that. I can see that the police car has, I don't know, there's a road over there. I think it might have just gone through Martham Way. Sunset looks lovely now. One thing I've noticed while doing lives, I can't walk and chat at the same time. Oh, it's only, thank you, it's only a little narrow road here. I'm not down on the main road. I've come up here because I thought it would be quiet. It's only wide enough for one car. Were you in the Scouts? Be prepared. I always pack early. I don't fold clothes up. I just leave them on the hangers and put them in a separate area. But yes, you can't, nothing wrong with planning in advance and being prepared. "5 weeks, is it? That goes so quick though. Just think back 5 weeks and think how quickly that's gone. It'll be here before you know it. Now we're in July, there's only really August. July and August, the peak weeks. And then it goes back to being quiet again. Now, I do realise you all want to see boats and you don't really want to see the landscape. But for anybody just joining, wondering why we're looking at sunset, I didn't feel I could go, yeah, it's not too bright now, is it, Stephen? I didn't feel I could go and do a live right beside where people had moored up their boats for the evening. Yes, it'd be lovely to be down at St Benet's or Ludden Bridge. But when people, are settling in for their evening, they don't really want somebody outside chatting to them south, and they don't know what I'm filming. Thank you, Willisy. I'm glad you agree. Because people doing live broadcasts, whether it's for TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, not everybody awares that people, not everybody is aware that people do these things. "10 days in the Scottish Highlands." Good evening, Johnny Treehouse. How are you this evening? How's Millie? Thank you for joining me. The sky does have lovely colours this evening, doesn't it? At least around multitasking, John. Steady. A round tower at Reps. Yes, I think you're right. Andrew. Oh my goodness. Andrew, thank you so much. That is so kind. You really don't have to do that, you know. Oh, you're near Huntingdon, are you? Well, my dad was in the RAF at RAF Brampton, but it's not, I know it's not RAF Brampton anymore. No, Willisey, I didn't think I had my settings. Well, I didn't put my settings like that. So, yes, we're in RAF camp. So I went to Brampton Primary School. Then I went to Hinchingbrook, which is also a school that's no longer. And then, oh my goodness, Willowsea. Oh, thank you so much. People, please don't think you have to gift. Oh my goodness, thank you. It's thrown me now, look. What was I saying? Went to Hinchingbrook. Did you live there years ago, Stephen? Did you live there? I'll be giving away my age when I say this. Do you remember when the aeroplane crashed? I was in Huntingdon School and the aeroplane came right past the window, literally level with the window, and I was on the top floor. Probably about 1977. There you are, you all know how old I am now. So then after Hinchingbrook, we moved, my dad left the RAF and we moved to Sawtry. And then I went to Sawtry Village College. Isn't that beautiful? Seconds before I went live, driving here, you could see that the sunset was lovely. And as I parked, seconds before I parked, the clouds covered the sun and it was like that. And I thought, oh no, it's gone. But then it quickly cleared and it's still bright when I first went live. And now it's like this. Very beautiful. I filmed at Potter Heigham this morning. It was very quiet. I did get the gardeners going past in their boats though, with their lawnmowers on the boat going through or going under the bridge. Not every day you see that. It's very dark over there now. You've all gone very quiet. What's everybody doing at the weekend? I'll probably just be out filming, I imagine. Doing a live. Where should we do a live tomorrow? Any suggestions? Not too far away from here, though. Thank you, Dennis. Very nice. That sounds like a lovely weekend, that does. I'm not sure where I'm going to go and film from. I don't think I've got anything else planned this weekend other than YouTube. Andrew and Willisy, thank you again so much. I was really taken aback by both of you there. I filmed at Ersted a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't get much footage at all because, how can I word this? Don't think people like me filming there, was the impression I got. So I got in my car and went elsewhere. Can't actually remember where I went afterwards. So that was a shame. But obviously, if sometimes you do get negative vibes. And I always sort of pick up on that and I think, okay, time to go. Probably just, I was at the Staithe and yeah. But that's fair enough. If people live there. And there's not a big, people in boats were there as well. And I'm quite close to the mooring where those benches are close, aren't they, to where people moor. Yeah, you can hear my accent. Well, I don't know that I have an accent, actually. Do I? Do I sound like I come... Other than the odd car going past on the main road, we've got all this area to ourselves, I need to find quiet places beside the river that I can do a live from. Probably somewhere, I'm going to cough again. Excuse me. Somewhere like Cold Harbour, perhaps. Do you all know where Cold Harbour is? It's part of Ludham. Yeah, it's awkward, isn't it? And there's nothing worse than negative vibes. Yes, it is. That's right. We could do a live from there, and we'd see the odd boat going past. Horningchurch Staithe. Yes, that is a very good suggestion, but boats do more at the end. And there's also the Waterworks Staithe further along. But both Horningchurch Staithe and the Waterworks, the grass is so tall and the nettles. I went down to the Waterworks to film the Three Rivers race. I didn't get stung, but it was very close. You know, some of the nettles were as tall as me. You know, it's not just knee height, that's like shoulder height. But boats aren't meant to moor there, so that is a possibility. I could go down there. Hello, Francis. Oh, thank you. Give me a wave if you go past and see a woman holding her phone, talking to herself, or filming. It's actually Francis, everybody. I used to just do silent videos. I never used to speak. Yes, Dennis, that is the perfect spot. Wood Bastwick. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Everybody remember Wood Bastwick. I used to just do... Oh, there's a car. Wait a minute. We don't want to get run over. Yes, my very early videos, I do not suggest you go back and look at them because they are atrocious. But I never used to speak in them at all. And Francis used to always say to me, speak. You've got to speak to people. And I couldn't. I could not speak in them. And then that was, I don't know, about 2.5 years ago. Do you mean at Dillham? What's it? Yes, so Francis used to say, you need to speak. So it was Christmas Eve or Christmas morning, and I went to Philby, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And I did. Yes, if I stay at Dillham, I'll still be in the Norfolk Broads area. Some of my subscribers on here, followers on here, especially Andrew, have been with me right from the very start of my YouTube days. Oh, that's so kind. Thank you. Looks lovely, doesn't it? So it took me years to speak, so that will take me even longer to show you all who I am. But obviously, when people come and say hello to me at London Bridge or wherever else I'm at, you know, I don't hide and run away. It's just on camera. The other morning, I can't think what day it was, I woke up really early, I'm not sure why, and I thought, oh, 4:15, it might be sunrise. So I went and looked out the window, and indeed there was all this red sky. It was beautiful. So I put that on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that. Definite change in the temperature now. It's not cold, it's just nice temperature. I have got a video from Sutton Staithe. There's not a lot there, so is there? I did film at Sutton Staithe, and as I was getting back to my car, one of the gentlemen from the boatyard fell off the boat into the water. But no, I didn't film that. And he was absolutely fine. Still had hold of his glasses and his mobile phone. He was very lucky. And then he went and got in his car, soaking wet, to drive home, to get changed or showered or whatever. I don't know. I didn't speak to him. Oh, I hear voices. Oh, let's get in the car. Oh, actually, we could go to the back of the car, couldn't we? Hello. Yes, he was very lucky. People just ran round to help him get out. He'd almost got out himself, but they just, yanked hold of him and pulled him out. Upton Dyke. Yes, that's nice. And I did actually contemplate going there this evening because I knew there'd be no boats down at the end. Well, there might be actually on the end piece. There's a bench down there I could sit on. Doesn't that look amazing? Yes, you can see there's a 360 view, isn't there, here, which is very nice. I'm now partly in the field, which is going to just prove fatal, I can tell. Probably trip over. I think I can hear more voices. I think I'm just hearing things. Oh, where the sailing boats are moored from the boatyard. Eastwood Welton. I could try there, yeah. I could sit on the picnic benches. goodness. Westerly, well, there's Loddon, isn't there? Ah, you didn't live around here then, or live there rather. Tell you what I did notice when I did go back to Sawtry for an event that my son was in, and the A1 when I lived there was 4 lanes. Now it's 6. Yes, there is a slipway at Upton Dyke. I'll try not to slip down it when I go. Oh, we've got a car coming. Have we? It's down on the main road, it's okay. It is a beautiful sky this evening, Emma. That would be wonderful, Francis. I look forward to it. There were lots of boats moored there today. Acle Dyke. So is that where the private boatyard is? Do you mean there? Yes, How Hill. How Hill I can do in the day. I think they shut the gate off an evening. There's a secret garden. I could do a live from in there if it wasn't too busy. Now I'm doing these lives. No, you're fine, Francis, it's okay. The one on Boat Dyke Lane, so there's a walk that goes behind the Bridge Inn, and it brings you out at the boatyard, the marina, and then you can walk along the path right beside the main road, back to the bridge, the actual bridge or the Bridge Inn. I did do that walk and filmed it a couple of months ago now. It's a really nice walk. If anybody moors at Acle, do go and find that walk. Charlie's Water. I'm not familiar with that. Oh, I know. Do you mean the moorings next to the old mill that's been reduced in size? And there's a lovely little cottage right beside the mill. Do you mean those moorings? Think of all the places yeah, I know exactly where you mean. Think of all the places we can go to in winter when I film all the wildlife and things like that I know nobody likes, but so that'll be nice to have company while I'm out on my winter adventures. That will be fun. You can see all the different places I go to. I'd also like to do a live from the Barton Broad Boardwalk. There are hundreds and hundreds of places. You're absolutely right. Okay, Bob, thank you for joining. It's lovely to see you here. Yes, there's hundreds of places. And then when I think, that's it, I've filmed everywhere, I find somewhere else. That happens so many times. I took the boat trip. That's fine. Hope you had a good walk, the pair of you. Yes, I haven't really. I have filmed from the Wherry Hotel, but that's about it. That's at Alton Broad. I did go to Beccles in September, and I did the big boat ferry, or the big dog ferry. Are you? Well, that's very good. Do you know where you're going? Because I haven't got a clue. So if you want to film together, we can. Nothing like inviting myself along, is there? Oh, Bury St Edmunds is nice. It's a long time since I've been to Bury St Edmunds. But yeah, I go on these boat trips, and then I see something like the time I saw the waterworks. Oh, you can still get from Cantley, can you? I will. I'll do lives from everywhere. Have you all noticed that John hasn't said I can go filming with him? Have you all seen that? He doesn't want me to go filming with him over the weekend. That's fine. You have to have a laugh, don't you? Can't believe it's a week almost on Sunday. Well, on Sunday it's a week since I went and filmed Ludham Open Gardens and the classic car show. I didn't put in the title that there were boats and ferries involved. I thought I'll just see if I don't put a photograph of a boat and the river in the thumbnail, how many people will watch. Oh, that's nice. The mill at Acle, Francis. That did look a lovely spot. I might get in the car, it's getting a bit chilly now. But look how the sky, all those different colours. Yes, they're a good marker, aren't they? I'd like to know all their names, but I don't. Well, there's a story. Do you know my story of Burney Arms? What, the Burney Arms Mill has a balcony? I've tried for years to walk there, or at least start walking from Halvergate. Oh, we got another car. I'll just get in my car and then I'll tell you the story. I've been trying, I started a walk in the winter, so not the ideal time, you know, when it's blowing a gale. Look how the sky just changed in a matter of seconds. I started at Wickhampton Church, parked there, and headed along the concrete path because I thought, well, that's ideal. And I'm walking and walking, kept on walking, and saw a lady with a dog. And I've been walking a long time, and she said, you've got about another 3 miles still to go. So that would have made it 5 miles. And so then it's 5 miles coming back. So that's 10 miles. And I thought, it's freezing cold, windy day. I can't do that. So we're in the car. And another time, twice I've tried to walk there from Halvergate, but if you get the wrong side, well, not the wrong side of the marshes, but if you're the wrong side of the little rivers, dike things, ditches, that's the word, then you can't actually get across. So twice that went wrong. I've got a daddy long legs in now. And really, 10-mile round trip is too much for me. That would just, well, I probably wouldn't be able to move for a week. But you didn't know it was so far. No, I know. But then some very lovely subscribers of mine, Julie, Brad and Alison, invited me to join them on their boat, and we crossed Breydon Water, which was just the most spectacular thing to do. And we went right close to Burney Arms Mill. So that's as close as I'm ever going to get. And we were right by the moorings. So incredibly close. And then the pub there as well. And so it's thanks to them that I have now got photos of Burney Arms Mill. Something I've been trying to do for years. So I'm always going to be very grateful to them for that. Yes. I'm not sure what the title of it is, but when is that going to happen? Do we know? I've got the reflection of sunset on the bonnet of my car. That's very nice. Can you believe I've been live for an hour now? Is it really? Wow, that is wonderful news, isn't it? I've lived here an awful long time and known about there being the old road down there. Yes, it is such a shame. Yes, that was just when they upgraded the tracks and trains, wasn't it? But there is a road that goes there, obviously, because that's how the beer and everything got there. If they would just open that up and put a decent car park at the end, So everybody could watch across Braden Water, watch the boats, use the cafe that's there, and go into the pub if that was, you know, refurbished and done up. Could go to the mill. Wouldn't that be a wonderful thing to do? That's just my opinion. You know, think how many people go to Ludden Bridge to sit and watch the boats going past. You know, I'm part of the winter crowd there now. Lots of people go there every day just to see. There might be one boat go past in about the 4 hours you sit there. One boat, one cruiser in winter, if you're lucky. And, you know, there's a whole row of us were sat there. And then over time, you all chat to each other. They're dog walkers or... Yes, it was a hamlet of about 11 families, wasn't it? Yes, it increased the trains. You know, I just think it's a missed opportunity. Think of how many local people would go there in the winter. That would be an absolute hive of activity, I think. But I'm sure there's a reason they don't. There has to be, doesn't there? Yes, I did look for one of her books. There was a write-up about it in the EDP I saw. So I thought, well, I'll see if I can find it, and looked online on Gerald's and they didn't have it. And I thought, well, if Gerald's haven't got it, because they have most local books, if Gerald's haven't got it, I don't think Waterstones would. There are other good bookshops available. But yes, you know, a thriving hamlet of 11 families. Imagine having to get the train to school every morning. Rather bleak there in the winter, though. You know, it must be freezing living there because the wind just goes right across the marshes. When I'm out filming, and you know, nobody ever believes me, but when I'm out filming in the winter, I might have 5 layers on, because you've seen me film out in the snow. Was there really? Whereabouts at Acle? While we're saying about these lost places, I also read online somewhere. Oh, it is beautiful. I absolutely agree. It's a walker's paradise. Ah, okay. I read somewhere that there used to be a floating community in, I believe, the 1930s or 1920s at Horning. I assume it's the piece, is it Percy's Island, across from the Staithe, but I don't know, I'm just guessing. And they had floating shops that would go there. I have seen just a photograph, and it looked like it was taken from a book or a newspaper or something, but I couldn't work out exactly where it was. Yeah, and I've asked so many different people about it, and nobody seems to know. So I just assume it is where there are the couple of houseboats along there. A lady did message me and say she lives in one of the houseboats at Horning. Yes, if only I knew more about it though, because I'd love to do a film on it if I could. Because, you know, that's the sort of thing that needs to be recorded. Yes, I think there's 2 ice cream boats. They're wonderful, aren't they? I know there's one that's normally at the top of Ranworth, and then there's one at Salhouse, isn't there? And goes, I don't know if they, yeah, or about recording these different things. Yeah. How I got into filming the Broads was I found that I kept looking and finding on YouTube holidays on the Broads from the 1950s or the 40s. Wow. And I thought, well, if I enjoy watching those videos now about how the Broads were then, and they just look such idyllic times, they really do. I thought, well, maybe if I film some of the places now, people might watch them further down the line. And I thought, well, if I just do 4 or 5 videos, you know, of course, I just keep going and trying to film everything as much as I can. And that's why if there's any event happening or anything, you know, I try and go to it and record it, film it. Yes, absolutely. But obviously, you know, you can't do it all in one go. That's why I went and I did Ludham Open Gardens. I seem lucky with finding new places, Stephen. Now, I thought it was going to be on next year, but I don't think it is. So try and find out when the boat show's next on. Because I said in my video about it, I said I must make a date to go next year. And somebody messaged me and said, no, don't. It's not on next year. It's like Ludham Open Gardens isn't on next year. It's every other year. And on the years it's not on, it's their light display along the river, which I didn't film this year, or last year rather. So I need to film that. Have you all been to... Yes, every other year. Thank you, Mike. Do give me a wave. It's amazing, isn't it? I love it there. Sometimes I meet up with some photographer friends and we go and we have a coffee there before we start our days filming. I'm the only one that films, does video. They all do photos. It's nice to be out with like-minded people. Yeah, I think sometimes it's better if it's every other year. I think that's quite clever. More people will attend. Whereas if it's every year, people seem to think, I went last year, I won't go, you know. But, you know, carnivals and things you need every year. Are you all getting fed up looking at this sky? I could just watch it. I think it's lovely. Brian's Secret Garden. Thank you. That's at Ludham, and that's lovely. If you can find that, you can park at the village hall, and then you walk along towards Ludham direction, and on the right, the same side as the village hall, is a track, well, a road first, and then it goes to a track, and it's called Lovers Lane. Go down there, walk along the dirt track, keep walking along, and then eventually on the left you'll see a wooden gate, a big wooden gate, and there's a tiny little sign just inside, and it says Brian's Secret Garden. Go in there. It's the most magical place you ever could find. It's huge. I went in winter and I thought I'd film it in all the different seasons, so I need to go and film it in summer. It was open as part of Ludham, Open Gardens, but it is like a fairy tale, isn't it? It is just, it's so beautiful. It really is. How Hill Secret Garden is also nice. I think Brian's Secret Garden is different, but I think it might be, I don't know, can't say better, can I? How Hill Gardens are spectacular. Sorry, I just changed hands. It's lovely sky, isn't it? At How Hill, yes, there are. And at Potter Heigham, I've seen swallowtails near the bird hide along Weaver's Way track. And then at Norfolk Wildlife Centre in Hickling. And then another place, can't think, out Brundle Way, the wildlife place there. Sorry, I can't think what that's called. But they're meant to be there. Look how that's got a reflection on my bonnet. Oh, that was very wobbly, wasn't it? Well, I think you've probably heard me rabbiting on long enough now, and I might just film with my camera the rest of this sunset and let you all get on with your evenings. "75 minutes we've been chatting. Doesn't that look beautiful? Well, I think I'm going to go, people, okay? And thank you to Willis and Andrew for gifting my channel. Well, I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. I really am. I will probably be live tomorrow Might go to where Dennis said. That was a very good idea. Wood Bastrick car park. I'll see what the weather's like tomorrow. So I'm going to wish you all a good evening and have a good weekend, whatever you're doing. Oh, thank you. Have a lovely weekend. And I'll be back again very soon, everybody. Thank you all for joining me. I think I prolonged going live because I thought nobody would come and chat. But it's been lovely. This is the third live I've done. And it's lovely that people join and say hello. Thank you, Andrew. And thank you for your gift. It's very kind. So take care, everybody. And I'll be about tomorrow. Unless it's chucking it down with rain tomorrow, then I won't go out. But if it's nice weather, I will be about tomorrow at some point. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye for now.